one of the most amazing experiences from your work over the years with vent systems and microbes?
Sure. I mean, I think for me, what's really exciting is working with these animals that we bring up from miles deep down in the ocean. I mean, most of my work is with remotely operated vehicles. So these are, robots that we're operating remotely at the seafloor, and all of the humans are on a ship. But we have these cameras down there. We see these things going on, but it feels like in some ways it's on television, right? And then eventually the RV comes to the ship and it has exactly the animals that, you picked out, that they're real, that they actually are there. And they've come, miles up from the seafloor, and now you're holding them in your hands, which is pretty amazing. And so, there's a photo of me with one of the tube worms, and you can see they can be quite big. So once we have these animals on the ship, to me, we can actually keep them alive. And so we can do experiments with them where we're keeping them in these pressurized aquaria, and we can measure, look at their physiology. And that to me is pretty remarkable that, we can take something that's so far away from us and so remote, and we can, actually work with it and learn more about it. To me is pretty amazing. So yeah, there's the RV coming back onto the ship. And so then this is like what it would look like when the RV comes up from the sea floor. We keep the animals in an insulated cooler, essentially, where they're cold. And the cold can actually compensate for the change in pressure so that they can survive. And so these are some snails that we're taking them out of the cooler and putting them into buckets of very cold seawater. And then what we do is take them this is our mobile shipping container laboratory. So it's a intermodal shipping container that we do our experiments in. You can see me in one of the gray sweatshirts there. That's me. And we can actually put them into these pressurized aquaria. So there's some snails going in to a specialized titanium aquarium, and then which needs I'm screwing the top on there just because it's going to be highly pressurized. And so then we can use industrial strength pumps to pressurize the aquaria to the pressures that these animals see at the bottom of the ocean, which is 200 atmospheres or something like that. And so we can actually then observe them and their metabolism, their biology, on the ship, but under conditions like what they would see at the seafloor.
Wow. So bringing them up, you said the cold water compensates for the pressure change just for a short period of time before you can put them into the titanium containers?
That's exactly right. So these animals don't have gas spaces. They don't have swim bladders or lungs. And so the main problem that they have is that their membranes are adapted to high pressure. And so their membranes sort of loosen as they come up from depth. And so cold actually counteracts that and sort of keeps their membranes more solid. And so if we keep them very cold, they actually do quite well. The snails are really hardy. I mean, we see them crawling around in the buckets, which to me is always boggling. These animals have never seen the light of day, and here they are crawling around, sometimes up the wall of a bucket, even out of the water, which they and their relatives have never been out of the water. So they're pretty remarkable.